I met Mike roughly 8 months before he passed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's when you first met him?
That's when I first met him.
That's crazy.
So how does this happen?
So I I get a phone call one day. My personal cell phone. I'm actually in the car en route to rehearsal because we was gearing up to get on tour. So I get a call. I answer the call. It's an unknown. I normally don't answer unknown numbers. Like if I don't got you saved in my phone, I'm not fucking with you. But I answer this one just because on a humbug. I'm in the car, whatever. So I pick it up. Hello? Hi. Hey. Who is this? It's Michael.
You thought it was a crank caller?
Michael who? Michael Jackson. I click. I hung up. Because clearly somebody's fucking with me at this. Somebody messing with me, right? So within 5 minutes of that phone call, I get another phone call from my assistant at this point. He's like, yo, so are you sitting down? I'm like, I'm in the car. What are you talking about? He's like, yo, Michael Jackson is about to call you and talk to you about some music. I'm like, about to call me? Or already called me like 10 minutes ago, nigga, damn. Like, oh, shit, he already called you? Yeah, I hung up in this nigga, I hung up on Michael Jackson. You being late with this call made me hang up on Michael Jackson.
Damn, Neil, you're a foul nigga, Neil.
Yo, I thought somebody was playing. So he calls me back, and of course I front. I'm like, yeah, yo, I was going under a bridge. We got disconnected.
Bad reception.
Bad reception. But he was like, he basically said, I would love to get in the studio and work with you. And I'm like I'm literally not inside my body right now. Like, what? You want to work with me? All right, cool. Let's set it up. Let's get it together. You know, so his people, call my people, whatever. He said he wanted to meet. I want to meet with you, and I want to talk to you about the kind of music I want to produce. So we set it up. We set up to meet at Leo Cohen's. Shout out to Leo Cohen. We set up to meet at Leo Cohen's crib because he wanted to meet somewhere private, out the way. You know what I'm saying? And I completely understood that.
Leo Cohen's crib in New York or LA?
In New York.
Okay, good.
New York. So shout out to
Madison.
Shout out to Leo Cohen.
The one
I don't know.
Okay.
You getting details? Hold on. I don't know.
He's like, what address is this?
So I go to Leo Cohen's house, whichever one it was in at the time. Right, you know, we chop it up for a minute. He's like, he's here. Just go in. He put me in like a study, like because it's Leo Cohen, so he has a study in his house.
Is Leo there?
He's there. Okay. No, he answered the door. Yeah, he's there. So he puts me in the study, which is like a room 3 times the size of this room, just full of books. It's Leo Cohen. All right, cool. So Michael Jackson walks in. He has on an all black suit, shirt, whole suit.
Was he floating?
Nigga. So I'm gonna tell you. So I knew that Michael Jackson was like 6 feet tall, but like when he walked in the room.
Wait, he's 6 feet tall?
Michael Jackson was 6'2". He's a big dude. He's a tall dude. Michael's a tall dude.
You're
yeah.
fucking us up right now.
You didn't know that?
No.
Nah.
Michael Jackson was easily 6 feet tall. Yeah, he's a tall dude. But when he walked in the room, the nigga was 10 feet tall. He walked in. He had on these the aviator.
He had on heels?
The aviator glasses. Ooh. With the mirror joints though, like the shit that like the bike cops wear, like you know how fast you were going, like them cops. He had on them shits, right? With the fucking with the whole shit on his wrist, like he had broke his thumb or some shit. And he walks in, and his first words to me are, "Oh my God, you know what my favorite song of yours is?" Now, mind you, time stops at this moment, because I'm like, Michael Jackson is asking me if I know what his favorite song of mine.
You couldn't even fathom that.
This is Michael fucking
Let me
Jackson.
just ask you real quick. Does he have a glove on?
He said
he had on like the
he had the broke
it was
hand.
like an arm brace, like a brace or some shit. Like he had like.
Oh, but I'm saying that's on the left hand.
The whole joint.
But on the right glove, where he be finger popping with the
whole
shit
joint
on.
with the full
Did
black
he have
suit.
that on?
He did have that on.
He didn't have it on. Okay.
So mind you, he says to me, "Oh my God, you know what my favorite song of yours is?" And then the nigga commences to singing the song. Please don't worry about me, I'm fine. Ooh. With the head bopping the whole nine. Now, I ain't never felt like a 12-year-old girl in my life. In that moment, I was a 12-year-old girl.
Did you compose yourself? Or
I kept it cool. And I'm like, this is Mike. I can't fan out in front of this nigga. This is what he's expecting.
No, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
I cannot.
Yeah.
This is Michael fucking Jackson. No, I gotta maintain. But inside, it was oh my God, Michael Jackson is singing my music. It was that inside.
Right.
But I kept it on the inside, right? So we talk for about an hour and a half, just about music in general and how choreography looks like. He said choreography now looks like calisthenics. And I was like, okay.
That's not a big up, right?
No. He was like,
Get that lighter back.
He was like, people aren't dancing for the joy of dancing anymore. Like it looks like aerobics now.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, it's interesting. So we talked about, what he wanted to do with the next album, what he wanted to sound like, the whole nine. And he gave me a phone number. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm back and forth on the phone with Michael fucking Jackson. I'm sending him records. He's critiquing the records. They call me like, yo, I really love number 3. Number 3 is so special, but I feel like the hook is just not right. Like if you could just retouch the hook on number 3. So it's like about 6 records that me and Mike put together via just on the phone, just talking about the shits, right? And if just to send in a hard drive, I've done nothing with them. But the plan was to get in and record these records after the so you saw the film This Is It. So after that tour,
right,
we were supposed to get in and record these records. And of course, he passed before he even got a chance to do that tour.
Wow.
So yeah. So I still got the records. They just sitting, waiting on me to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with them. It's never felt right.
Did he do any of his vocals?
No. It's all me on the vocals. But it's records that I wrote with Mike.
Wow.
We was prepping them for him to get them after the tour. He died before the tour. We didn't get a chance to get them. So I got the records, and nothing feels right, if that makes sense. Like, it don't feel right to drop them as my own because I wrote them for Mike.
Absolutely.
It don't feel right to sell them because I wrote them for Mike. You know what I mean? And I would never want a motherfucker to fix their mouth to be like, Neo try to make some money off of Mike's name. If I just put them shits out like, these is the records that me and Mike was gonna do before he passed.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I
why
don't know.
would you sell it to like a Chris Brown or something like that? Does this feel right?
Would it be crazy to reach out to
I got
Janet?
all the love in the world to a Chris Brown, all of that, but these records were written for Michael Jackson. I'm not putting another voice on his records. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I personally can't do it.
That's honorable.
Can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. And I don't doubt that a Chris or a Bruno Mars and some elements will smash these shits. I don't doubt it at all. But the fact that I wrote them for Mike, intended for Mike, and Mike's voice, I can't.
I'll tell you my Mike story. I never met Mike. But Pharrell called me. This is the most exciting Pharrell has ever
Great
been.
story, man.
In his life. He called me and was like, yo, Mike called us and said that he wants records from us. So I was like, yo, that's fucking dope. So he said, we send him all these fucking records. And then Pharrell goes, so then we send him these records, and then Mike gets on the phone with us and says, no, we don't want this. We want something Nori will rap on.
Wow.
Like, if Nori wouldn't rap on it, I want Super Thug.
Wow.
But if Nori wouldn't rap on it, don't send it
And
to me.
you didn't know that till Pharrell said it, right?
No, I did not
On
know
the show.
that. No, I knew that back
he told
then.
you before.
No, because he called
Nigga,
me. He called me. He was like,
how I would walk around
oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
knowing that?
Yeah,
Like, are
I
you
ain't gonna lie.
serious?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was
Fuck all you rap niggas. Fuck all y'all. You know what just happened?
Yes.
Mike referenced me in the records he want from the net. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all.
I'm taking a shot with that, dude. You got me idea.
I'm gonna rock with you on that one.
Yeah. Thank you,
Rock
my
with you
brother.
on that
Thank you. Okay, look,
That's
now
different.
we got. Yeah, that's different, man.
Because that's the whole.
Cheers, fellas.
So it was crazy.
The whole concept of the people comparing like Drake to Michael Jackson, people comparing Chris to Michael Jackson. It's a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
It's an absolute compliment, and I hope that both them niggas is taking it as such.
Right.
However, how dare you? Like,
Right.
come on. The numbers that this man was doing
Right.
at the time that he was doing them,
Right.
mind you, this is before YouTube, Spotify, fucking all of these
iTunes,
different things that allows the whole world to get the music at the same time.
Yes,
right?
you're right.
That shit didn't exist when Mike was
You're
doing
right.
what he was doing.
Yep.
And the numbers that he was doing, like, even if you match Mike's numbers right now, it's like you still can't compare, nigga, because you're doing it right now.
Right.
Do that shit in the 80s. Do that
And
shit
he
in the 70s.
damn near
Like,
created the video market.
come on. Like,
with his
there's-
videos.
There is no comparison. there's not you can never say that talent ain't gonna exist after Michael Jackson. Yeah, sure, of course.
So let me just tell you something. The funny thing is, so all the records that he made for Mike, he gave to Justin Timberlake.
I know. I heard that
Yeah,
story.
he gave to Justin Timberlake.
I heard, and one of them to Babyface. I heard that story.
So it's crazy. And then he was basically telling me, Nori, I need you to pick these beats for me. Like, I had to kind of go pick the worst beats. Because you know, I like hood gangster shit. I like, you know what I mean? And that was an honor though. It was a real honor. But I never got to meet Mike. At least you got to meet him.
To know that Mike was sitting somewhere in the world
yes.
listening to your shit.
Yes.
I need something like this. Call it. Who is the Neptunes? Call them. I need this. Nigga. There's no bigger accolade than that,
By
bro.
the way, that might be the best Michael Jackson impression we've had on the show. Other people tried, but I believed him just now. Every time he said, I need
there's
to
no
have
bigger accolade,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
Listen,
This is the machine. We are trying to get everyone in the room high because we are good people.
Smoke, and I'm not trying.
yo, can I tell you how genius of a concept this whole show is?
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that.
Because you already know you dealing with artists come in here with their politically correct. Like, let me.
We let your guard down.
They got their answers to your questions already set. Like, all right, I'm gonna say this as to not fuck up and say that.
Right.
And then you get them motherfucking here.
Get them drunk.
And you get them drunk.
Blow some weed.
And
Well,
you get,
you
them
get
high,
yourself drunk. You get
and
yourself
it's
drunk.
like, listen, you gonna say the real shit regardless of whether you want to or not. You gonna talk the real shit.